I am proud of the fight against illegal mining that is being waged by the NDC Mahama government so far. I'm proud. I'm proud because significant strides are being made. And that is my worry about the ongoing conversation about Galamsey. A very important conversation, but we are not giving it that holistic full picture. Okay, Kojo, the country that was handed over to us on 7 January 2025 was a country that was not fighting Galamsey at all. As a matter of fact, what was happening was that fighters of Galamsey were being fought. Fighters of Galamsey were being arrested, prosecuted, and jailed. I don't think that should be lost on us. As a matter of fact, in the whole of 2024, and Erastus Asaredonko will bear me out, the whole of 2024, there was not even a single operation against Galamsey, because the government of the day said it had lost in mining areas in the previous 2020 elections because of its fight against Galamsey, which was not true. They lost because of their fraudulent fight against Galamsey. But that was what they said. And I remember very well their national youth organizer going to mobilizing MPP youth to go and confront protesters. Democracy Hub, that's their name.
Yeah, Democracy.
That they should go to the bush and protest against Galamsey. Some were arrested and handcuffed and all that for protesting against Galamsey. There was no fight. Because now there is a fight. That in itself is a significant improvement on the status quo that we inherited.
Well, you did the press briefing, I believe, at the time where, of course, you were asking that President Akufo-Addo be removed as co-chair of the SDG issues. With hindsight, would you say, well, it was a bigger fight than Akufo-Addo?
Not at all. With hindsight, I'll go back to that very location and do the same press conference. Because
against
in fact, no, against Akufo-Addo, because in fact, and you will all attest to, President Akufo-Addo lacked the political will and commitment to end the Galamsey menace, and he actually promoted it and made it a free-for-all venture for his party apparatchiks and appointees who decimated our forest reserves and water bodies. And I have no regrets for the stance some of us took in opposition against his government.
But the results are worse.
The results are not worse.
The numbers don't lie.
The results are not worse.
Let me demonstrate.
Tell me about the results.
So take the Konyako water treatment plant that has just been shut down. The NTU levels in the water source there in August 2024 were around 14,000 NTU. That's bad enough. That's terrible. It's now around 32,000.
Yeah,
that's more than double.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's just one place.
Yeah.
You have several other places where the water treatment plants are being shut down because of Galamsey.
Yeah.
We've got far more excavators coming into the country than ever before, according to your own transport minister. Over 200 a day. Right? These are numbers that have increased, escalated over the past 9 months. So it may well be that you are doing things to fight Galamsey, but isn't it also true that the things you are doing aren't working?
That is a half-truth. That is not wholly true. The data you've put out is correct, but that is not all there is in terms of data on turbidity levels. So you are right, but you are not wholly right, because there is also data that shows that with regards to certain water bodies, NTU levels or turbidity levels have improved. So that is why I say we must analyze this holistically. Let me give you examples. I just took this data from the Water Resources Commission this morning, and I'll share with you. 2024 turbidity levels, they collect data twice a year, February and July. February for the dry season, and they do July for the wet season. And I wanted to see the trend 2024, 2025. In many cases, it has worsened, you're right. But in many cases too, we've seen improvements. And I'll give you typical examples. Number one, River Densu at Mangwase. The wet season, July of last year, the turbidity level was 256. Today it is 44. 256 to 44, Kojo, is an improvement. River Densu in Sawam, July 2024, NTU level 59. July 2025, NTU level 19.1. This is an improvement. Come to River Nkobra, Domenase. July 2024, the turbidity level was 3,720 NTU. 3,720. Today it is 2,920. That is a reduction, which is good. River Tano, Elubo. The NTU, the turbidity level in NTU for July was 1,010 NTU. As I speak to you now, it is 834. River Tano, Seshi, NTU level of 12.3. July 9.57. July 2025. So I give you 2024, then I give you 2025. Okay. Barikese, River Ofin, NTU level July last year 2024 41.9. This year July 2025 18.20. Dadieso, River Bia, very significant improvement. July last year the turbidity level was 1,190. July this year 372 NTU. Bamboy, Black Volta, you know there's a lot of illegal mining there. NTU for last year 52 July. This year 4.79. So you are right that in some cases,
many cases,
you're right, it's worsened. In other places too, it has improved. And the answer is simple. You cannot fix an age-long problem in 8 months. In 8 years, you saw how a government deliberately promoted Galamsey. I mean, our social contract with the people of Ghana is a 4-year social contract. So I say, give us the opportunity to fix the problem within the 4 years we've been given, because we have shown enough commitment. And we deserve some plaudits and support for the commitment we have shown. And I give you evidence of that. Look, under the old regime, it was lawful for people to be given licenses to go and mine in forest reserves. Today, that has been cancelled. That policy has been cancelled. In 8 months, not a single license has been given to anybody to go and engage in mining in a forest reserve. Kojo, that is something some of you fought for. And I think you should be proud that at least on that score, we have achieved something.
But we're asking for more. We want
you're asking for more, so let me give you more. Let me give you more.
Yeah.
For a long time, I heard people like Erastus Asaredonko lamenting the inaction of the Dampare-led Ghana Police Service in the Galamsey fight. Now, for the first time in the history of this country, this government has supported the Ghana Police Service to wage a nationwide fight against illegal mining in a sustained way. That, coupled with the fantastic work done by NIMOS, the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operational Secretariat, since May, has led to a situation where nine forest reserves completely devastated and decimated under the MPP, taken over by illegal miners and armed thugs, have now been repossessed by the state. At least some of them, illegal miners went and invaded them again. We have cleared them, and I'm sure you've seen the pictures. The Jimira Forest Reserve, Jimira Extension, Tano Anwea, the Tano Ofin, Boyne River, the how do you call it? The Tano Nimre Forest, you know, that Treman Punya area, the offensive shelter beds. We've cleared all of them. This is something new. The police playing a leading role. What they did was temporary. Now we've integrated them into NAMOS, and now we are having a coordinated multi-sectorial approach. So under NAMOS, you have the military. You know, when we redo the police, some said, oh, it's because we want to promote, we want to stop the fight. I said no, because the police task force was a temporary task force from day one. We knew that along the way we're going to integrate them as part of NAMOS. And the reason why you need that integrated coordinated central agency is because the police alone cannot fight illegal mining. You see what we are doing on the Ankobra. Yesterday the minister was on the Ankobra. We've destroyed a lot of chamfans, seized a lot of equipment, arrested a lot of people, cleared all these illegal miners along the Brim, the Prad, the Ankobra and all that. We are not done, but we are on it, and we are making significant progress. We couldn't have done that without the naval unit of the military. So the military has to be involved. Okay, when you're dealing with a menace involving a lot of foreigners, you need immigration in there. You need NIB in there to help with investigations and evidence gathering for prosecution and all that. So the withdrawal was not a lack of commitment, it was a change of strategy. And now the minister has said, look, together with NAMOS, the police has succeeded in, you know, calming the situation, ensuring that there is sanity across board. But now we are moving to phase 2, and phase 2 is where we focus on water bodies and forest reserves. So now there is a targeted approach, and you've seen what is going on. You understand? You've seen what is going on, Chief. For the first time, mining equipment are being tracked. For the first time. When did we see this? That Ghana, you will import excavators. Kojo, the reason why you are seeing excavators now is because hitherto nobody cared about excavators coming in. Now somebody cares. The president has given instructions that you don't clear the excavator until it is registered and a tracker inserted in it, because there is a law that makes that a mandatory requirement. You see, so it doesn't matter how many excavators are coming in every day. Once you are registering and you are tracking them, you know who owns it. So if it is found engaged in illegal mining, you can go for the kingpin, the owner, and not those young guys working on those mines. Okay, and then you will be able to also give proper account of all these equipment. These things are happening for the first time. For the first time, water pumps are being seized, over 900 of them, and they are not being given to party apparatchiks because party Yeska. We have given it to Ministry of for Agriculture. Excavators are being seized and they are not getting missing, they are not getting stolen because party Yeska. They had police stations at the district level, and we are giving that to district assemblies and the Ministry of Roads for developmental projects. Something new is happening. We are taking forest reserves back. We've made forest reserve rare zones again. But there are challenges, I agree. There are still places that people are doing this, and we didn't. And nobody should expect that we will be able to solve the entirety of the problem in 8 months. What you need to see in 8 months is what you are seeing: a clear political will, a new approach. Okay, and that is what we are seeing. Right. So if today, Kojo, you have a situation where NAMOS is fighting, the police are all involved, soldiers, we are fighting it. We are taking back our forest reserves. We are targeting these water bodies and clearing the illegals there. We are tracking excavators for the first time in our history. We are not giving licenses to people to mine in forest reserves. And more importantly, for the first time in our history, we have recruited and resourced blue water gas to protect water bodies. And look at the role they've played, the work they are doing with NAMOS in the Zema area. I'm sure Erasmus has been sharing the images with you. We are clearing all the Galamseyers from there. The blue water gas are working. So the Minister for Lands, Ama Kofi Boa, is doing a lot. The president is very passionate about this fight. I know that very soon a stakeholder conference is even being held under his auspices. Okay, so this is not the same Galamsey situation we had in our country last year. Something drastic is being done, significant strides are being made. Let's acknowledge that, and let's criticize where there are issues and help state actors, those responsible for the fight, to do that. That is why on our part as Gold Board, we are supporting. We're giving them 5 million, we've given them 5 pickups. We'll give them, very soon we'll give them more pickups because they need more. We'll give them more money. And I want to encourage corporate Ghana and all those who can help. Because now the genuine political will, which is the most important ingredient needed to defeat the Galamsey menace, is there. Right. It didn't used to be the case.
Sammy, I'm so grateful to you. Our time is up. I'm shocked at how fast it has gone, because we still have loads.
You should give us 5 more. 5 more minutes.
Our audience have been sending me loads and loads of questions. If you like, if you
ask me 1 or 2,
if you agree, because we can't do it on air. If you agree, I'll arrange maybe after this with a camera for 10 minutes. You and me will answer our audience's questions, and we'll put it on social media. That's fine. We can do it in your office if you like. Okay. So we'll arrange after this. You know, 10 minutes on a camera.
I want to plead that you give the NEMOS team that is doing a marvelous job on the field the needed coverage and support. They need to be encouraged. We need to amplify what is being done. But please, where they get it wrong, feel free to criticize us. Your criticism will help keep us on our toes.
That's our job.
And we are committed to ending this menace.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you very much for your time with us this morning. Sammy Gyamfi, of course, is